saw where you wrote an article on LinkedIn earlier this year that I found just really fascinating. It was, you found yourself always going to events, no matter what they were, in order to learn from them, to gain an experience. And through those times, through those experiences, it kind of took away fear and anxiety because, and I'm going to try to quote you here, it says, I was able to control the situation or event instead of it controlling me. So how early in your career did that start for you?
So I discovered one thing. I call it a career of avoidance. Now, police work is dangerous physically, but when you start making rank, there's a different type of danger. There's danger to your performance evaluation, what your superiors are going to say, what the new media is going to broadcast about you, what your subordinates see. So if you don't go to a scene, there's no chance to be criticized or ostracized. Many of my peers engaged in what I call a career of avoidance. I learned that when I was assigned my first demonstration in front of the State Department with 500 demonstrators down there and me taking 60 officers go down there and telling me to handle it, I didn't like that. I didn't like it because I was uncomfortable.
Out of your comfort zone, as you said.
I don't want to be uncomfortable. I found out early on by repetition on these things, I became very comfortable. So every demonstration, shooting, serious incident, bombing, bomb threats, barricaded armed subjects, I went. And if I didn't take charge, I watched who was and learned things. So you can imagine after my first demonstration, my second one was a little easier. By the time I got to my 10th, I was competent and confident. By the time I hit my 20th, I knew exactly how to handle everything. The officers knew me. They've seen me work. And when I pulled up, it was everything's fine. I went to everything to learn these things. And get out of my comfort zone. I wouldn't have to do that anymore. So by the time I was 20 years deep, there virtually wasn't anything I didn't feel good about going to. And if I did, I forced myself to go. Now, my colleagues from time to time would call me on the radio and say, hey, Ross, I got a barricade over here. Do you think you can slip by? I said, sure. And other ones would say, if the demonstration gets hot here, can you come over? Sure. We're all working together. I mean, you chose your path, I chose mine.
But at what point, it's almost like a parent-child situation, do you say, no, you have to handle this one so you can learn on your own?
I didn't really do that because most of the times that they were calling it was critical.
Okay.
When you have an armed gunman barricaded in a house, I can't risk telling them handle it. If there's a violent demonstration that they're wigged out about, I can't deny them assistance because they don't know what they're doing, because people can get hurt, property can get damaged. So I agree with you. I wish there was a point where I could have told them to handle it, but they're calling me on critical situations that they're very uncomfortable with.